Welcome to this comprehensive guide on moving to Mexico. I'm Francisco Salazar, and after helping hundreds of clients navigate the real estate market in Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit, I've seen the same questions come up time and again. Moving to a new country is a massive decision, and today I'm going to give you the deep dive you need to move with confidence. Whether you're looking to retire under the tropical sun, invest in a high-yield vacation rental, or start a whole new life as a digital nomad, this video is designed to save you time and thousands of dollars in potential mistakes. We're covering everything from ownership laws to the real cost of living. Let's dive into question number 1. 1. Can foreigners buy property in Mexico? This is the most common myth I hear, that you can't actually own property here. Let me set the record straight once and for all. Yes, you can absolutely own property. The confusion usually comes from the restricted zone, which is any land within 50 kilometers of the coast or 100 kilometers of the border. In these areas, foreigners acquire property through a bank trust called a fideicomiso. A fideicomiso is not a lease. It is a perpetual 50-year renewable trust where the bank holds the deed for your benefit. You have all the rights, you can sell it, rent it out, improve it, and even will it to your heirs. It is a very safe and secure legal structure used by thousands of foreigners. Keep in mind that there is an annual maintenance fee for the trust, usually around $500. It's a small price to pay for the security of owning a beautiful piece of Mexican paradise. If you're buying outside the restricted zone, you can actually own via escritura or direct deed. 2. Do I need residency to live in Mexico? While the 6-month tourist permit is easy, it's not always the best long-term strategy for everyone. There are 2 main types of residency. Temporary residency is good for 1 year initially and then can be renewed for 3 more. Permanent residency is, as the name suggests, forever. You never have to renew it, and it gives you almost all the rights of a citizen, except for voting. To qualify, you must show financial solvency. The requirements change every year, but typically they look at your monthly income or your total savings over the last 12 months. It's best to start this process at a Mexican consulate in your home country before you even move down. Why bother with residency? It makes life much easier. You can open a local bank account, get a Mexican driver's license, and most importantly, it can help you save a lot on capital gains tax when you eventually sell your property. It's an investment in your future in Mexico. 3. How much money do I need to live comfortably in Mexico? This is a loaded question because comfortable means something different to everyone. Let's look at 3 realistic budgets. At $1,500 a month, you can live a very good local life, renting a modest apartment and eating at local fondas. At $2,500, you're looking at a modern condo with a pool, frequent dining out, and using your air conditioning more freely, which is a major utility cost here. For those with $4,000 plus, you're in the luxury tier, beachfront living, private transport, and high-end services. Don't forget hidden costs like HOA fees, which can range from $200 to over $1,000 depending on the building, and property taxes, which are surprisingly low but still a factor. Here's my pro tip. Electricity is your biggest variable. In the summer months, your bill can triple if you run the AC all day. Always ask for the average utility bills before you rent or buy a property so you can budget accurately for the hot season. 4. Is Mexico really safe? I understand why this is a concern, but the reality on the ground is often very different from what you see on the news. Safety varies hugely by region. Puerto Vallarta, for example, is consistently ranked as one of the safest cities in Mexico for both locals and foreigners. We have a very strong sense of community here, and the economy is driven by tourism, so safety is a top priority for everyone. In your daily life, it's mostly about common sense. I walk my dog at night, families play in the parks, and expats meet for coffee every morning. Treat Mexico with the same awareness you would any major city in the world, and you'll find it's a very welcoming and safe place to call home. If you're still worried, many foreigners choose to live in gated communities with 24-hour security. This provides an extra layer of peace of mind, especially if you plan to travel and leave your home vacant for parts of the year. Your safety is a priority for us too. 5. How does healthcare work? Many of my clients are pleasantly surprised to find that Mexican healthcare is both world-class and significantly more affordable. You have the public IMSS system, which is very affordable but can have long wait times. Most expats prefer private healthcare. In Puerto Vallarta, we have incredible hospitals like Joya and CMQ Riviera Nayarit, where many doctors were trained in the US or Europe and speak perfect English. The costs are a fraction of what you're used to. A visit to a top-tier specialist might cost you $60 out of pocket. Many people choose to self-insure for smaller things and get an international catastrophic policy for major emergencies. It's high-quality care without the high-stress price tag. Prescription drugs are also much cheaper here, and pharmacies are everywhere. Many medications that require a prescription elsewhere are available over the counter here, although you should always consult with a local doctor first. Healthcare is accessible, efficient, and reliable. 6. What are the real closing costs? Don't let these be a surprise at the end of your purchase. You need to budget for them from day one. In Mexico, the buyer pays the closing costs, and they typically range from 4 to 6% of the purchase price. The biggest chunk is the acquisition tax, which goes to the government, followed by the fees for the notary public. Remember, the notary here is a government-appointed lawyer with huge responsibility. You'll also pay for an official appraisal, which sets the tax value of the home and the fees to register your title in the public registry. If you're using a fideicomiso, there's also the bank's setup fee. It sounds like a lot, but a good broker will give you an exact estimate before you even sign an offer. My advice? Always ask your notary for a pro forma or a preliminary closing statement. This breaks down every single peso so you know exactly where your money is going. There should be no hidden fees at the closing table when you work with a professional team. 7. Will I have to pay taxes when I sell my property? Yes, capital gains tax is a reality, but with the right planning, you can significantly reduce it. The tax is called ISR, and it can be up to 35% of your net profit. However, it's calculated based on the difference between your purchase price and your sale price, adjusted for inflation. This is why having your original closing documents in order is absolutely critical. If you have residency and the home is your primary residence, you may be eligible for a significant exemption up to a certain amount. This is one of the biggest reasons to get your residency early. Also, every dollar you spend on improvements can be deducted if you have official facturas or tax-compliant receipts. Never pay a contractor under the table if you want to save on taxes later. Always ask for a factura. Without that official document, the government won't recognize your investment in the home and you'll end up paying tax on money you already spent. Plan for the exit on the day you buy. 8. Can I legally work in Mexico? The answer depends on whether your income comes from inside or outside of the country. If you are a remote worker or digital nomad and your clients and income are outside of Mexico, you generally don't need a specific work permit. You can live here on your residency and continue your career. It's one of the most popular ways to enjoy the Mexican lifestyle while staying productive. However, if you want to work for a Mexican company or start a local business like a cafe or a boutique, you need to apply for permission to work from immigration. This involves a bit more paperwork and registering with the SAT, which is the Mexican equivalent of the IRS. My advice is to always consult with a Mexican accountant if you plan to generate local income. Tax laws for businesses are specific, and you want to make sure you're doing things the right way from the start to avoid any issues with your residency status later on. 9. Should I rent before buying? This is a personal strategy, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Let's look at the two schools of thought. Renting for 6 months to a year is a great way to test drive a neighborhood. You can see what the noise levels are like, how the traffic flows, and if the local community fits your vibe. It takes the pressure off making a quick decision and lets you explore several different areas without commitment. On the flip side, the market in Puerto Vallarta is moving fast. If you find a property you love, waiting a year to rent first could cost you $50,000 or $100,000 in appreciation. Buying early lets you start building equity and can also provide rental income if you're not living there full-time yet. Many of my clients take a hybrid approach. They buy a property in a well-established, high-demand area that they know is a safe investment, and then they might rent in other areas for short periods to explore. This gives you the security of ownership with the freedom of exploration. 10. Can foreigners get a mortgage in Mexico? You might be surprised to learn that financing is becoming much more accessible for international buyers. Some Mexican banks do lend to foreigners, but be prepared for higher down payments, usually 30 to 50%, and interest rates that are typically higher than what you'd find in the US or Canada. The process can also be quite slow and require a lot of documentation. A great alternative is using cross-border lenders. These companies specialize in lending to US and Canadian citizens buying in Mexico. They often provide loans in US dollars, which can simplify things, and their process is usually much more familiar to North American buyers. If you're buying a pre-construction condo, many developers offer their own financing. This is often interest-free during the construction period, with the balance due upon delivery. It's a fantastic way to spread out your payments without needing a traditional bank loan. Always ask your broker about these options. 11. What happens to my US or Canadian taxes if I move to Mexico? This is a critical area where you definitely don't want to make assumptions. For US citizens, you are taxed on your global income regardless of where you live. You still have to file with the IRS every year. Canadians have a different system based on residency, but if you maintain significant ties to Canada, you may still have tax obligations there as well. There are benefits, like the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion, which can reduce your US tax bill. But there are also reporting requirements like the FBAR for your Mexican bank accounts. It's not about paying double tax, it's about reporting correctly in both countries. My golden rule? Hire an international tax professional who understands both Mexican and your home country's laws. It will save you a lot of stress and potentially a lot of money in penalties. Don't rely on what people say on Facebook. Get professional advice. 12. Should I bring my car or buy one in Mexico? The logistics and costs can vary significantly. If you have temporary residency, you can bring your foreign-plated car into Mexico under a temporary import permit. The car can stay as long as your residency is valid. But if you become a permanent resident, you generally cannot have a foreign car here and must either nationalize it or take it out of the country. Most of my long-term clients find it much simpler to just buy a car here. It makes insurance easier, repairs are more straightforward because parts are locally available, and when you're ready to sell, you have a much larger market of local buyers. Plus, you avoid the long drive down. One quick tip, consider the cobblestone streets of Vallarta. A car with a bit more ground clearance, like a small SUV, often fares much better here than a low-riding sedan. Your suspension will thank you. 13. Do I need to speak Spanish? You can certainly get by with English in many areas, but your experience will be so much richer if you learn the local tongue. In tourist hubs and expat communities, almost everyone in the service industry speaks great English. You can buy a house, go to the doctor, and order a 5-star meal without knowing a word of Spanish. It's very easy to stay in that English bubble if you choose to. However, learning even basic Spanish changes everything. It shows respect for the culture, helps you make local friends, and often gets you better service at the market. People are so appreciative when you try, even if your grammar isn't perfect. It's the key to truly living in Mexico, not just visiting. Puerto Vallarta has some fantastic language schools and many private tutors who will even come to your home. I always encourage my clients to take a few lessons. It's a fun way to engage with your new community and make the transition so much smoother. 14. What's the best area to live in? This is where my job as a broker really begins. Every neighborhood in Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit has its own unique personality. If you want to be in the heart of the action with walkability to everything, the Zona Romantica is for you. If you prefer a more manicured resort feel with world-class boating and golf, then Marina Vallarta or Nuevo Nayarit might be the perfect fit. For breathtaking ocean views and exclusive villas, we look at Conchas Chinas. And for a more local, up-and-coming feel with an incredible food scene, Versalles is the place to be right now. It's all about matching your lifestyle needs to the right location. Think about what matters most to you. Do you want a sunrise view or a sunset view? Do you want a quiet hillside retreat or to be steps from the beach? We help you weigh these trade-offs to find the one place where you'll be truly happy. And finally, 15. What's the biggest mistake foreigners make when moving to Mexico? I've seen this time and again, and it's usually avoidable. The biggest mistake is buying too quickly based purely on emotion. You're on vacation, you love the sunset, and you sign a contract without doing a proper due diligence. You need to understand the title status, the HOA health, and the neighborhood's long-term plan before you commit. Another mistake is trying to navigate the complex legal and tax system without an experienced, independent real estate professional. Following advice from social media can be very dangerous. You need a team that works for you and understands the local laws to protect your interests. Take your time, ask the hard questions, and work with a team you trust. Mexico is a wonderful place to live, but doing it right from the start makes all the difference in your long-term happiness and the security of your investment. I hope this deep dive into the top 15 questions has been helpful. Moving to Mexico is an incredible journey, and I'm honored to be a part of it for so many of my clients. There's a lot more to learn, but with these answers, you're already ahead of the curve. If you have more questions or you're ready to start looking for your dream home in Puerto Vallarta or Riviera Nayarit, my team at The View Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more real estate insights, and I'll see you here in paradise very soon. Adios.